So this video today talking about something that you really need to have if you're coming to the Philippines. And that of course is a phone, a working phone signal. As a foreigner coming to the Philippines, it's not as easy as you may think. I've been here now just over a month and I still don't have like a localized phone set up. It's not as easy as you think. You go to one of these stores, you get one of these quick phone cards and you set it up in your phone, but then there's this registration thing which is very annoying, very detailed, and in the end you probably don't want it. It just doesn't make it easy, and it's a very temporary thing to be able to have that phone service utilized on that card in the Philippines. So it's just a real hassle and probably not even worth it. So what do you do? So I have a few things to suggest, and very important. I would consider this very important if you're interested in having your own phone working as a foreigner when you come to the Philippines. Of course, you have the option of trying to use your own signal when you come here from your home, you know, your own signal, which for example mine was Virgin Mobile in Canada. That's who I had, and when I come here I could just still use that on roaming, but it would cost mega money. So maybe you don't want to do that. So that's your one option, of course. And as I mentioned, the card here locally, which doesn't really work out too well. And I have noticed as well many foreigners mentioning that they're either using their girlfriend's phone or they just use the free Wi-Fi wherever it's available. I've noticed many YouTubers or people on YouTube mention that as a foreigner, so they too are having trouble with their phone. And this is the point. I have the answer. I have the answer. So stick around. It could be a long video, I'm not sure, because I will try to show you some of the more details, and I will have a code. So promo alert, but I'm not doing this video for that purpose. I am not doing this video for that purpose, because this is something that I've been struggling with, but I briefly mentioned it in another video, but this is a detailed video specifically about this, and it will really help you. Okay, enough of me jibber jabbering. So I will use my code as I mentioned, and I do hope you use my code because it could help me a little, and it will actually save you, I think, $3 if you use it, or in Canadian it's almost $4 Canadian. So it helps, you know, off your first usage of it. But in any case, number one, what you need is to have a phone or a device that is eSIM compatible. Make sure you have a phone that is eSIM compatible. If you're not sure what that is, research phones that are eSIM compatible, or look, perhaps start with your phone, research your phone's model and ask if it is eSIM compatible. For example, the one I'm using right now is an iPad Mini 5, 5th generation, and this is eSIM compatible, so I use it on this. My actual phone is not eSIM compatible. So you really do want a phone that's eSIM compatible, number one, okay? Very important. I'm reiterating it many times because that is so important. Have a phone or device that is eSIM compatible, okay? Got that through. Now, next, what you need is a service called Airalo, A-I-R-A-L-O. I think in my last video when I mentioned this, I said it wrong, I spelled it wrong, and so, you know, don't pay too much attention to my last video. But this one here, Airalo, A-I-R-A-L-O. Make sure to get that app, or you could just use it, you know, through the browser, but I think the app is more convenient, so do that. Now, before I take it even further, what you really want is a free phone to use over here. I'm using a free phone service called TextMe from Canada. Now, it's been working great for years. Free phone number. Well, excuse me while I kill mosquitoes that are trying to get me. But I've been using the Text Me number for years, free phone number, Canadian phone number for me. I think you can do it in the US as well, I'm pretty much sure. And if you can't use Text Me in your country, there's other kinds of soft phones. They're called soft phones out there that I'm sure you can find one for your country as well. But the one I'm using, and which is a good one, is called Text Me. Now, when I got to the Philippines, I can't use Text Me. It's not allowable in this area. I got a Express VPN. I got other VPNs. I can't use Text Me. Even the VPNs, with the VPNs, I should say, I can't use Text Me. So, like, I don't have my number anymore. And I can't access it, not even with a VPN. Don't believe that VPNs can handle everything. They cannot. Because I've tried many VPNs, including ExpressVPN, which they say, oh, it's so fantastic. Well, it doesn't work with my free phone number VPN, and I can't use my number, which I get a lot of security codes coming through that and so on. Very important to think about. I can't use it. But, with this Airalo service, when I'm using it, when I'm on it, I can use my Text Me again. It's amazing. I don't know what the magic is, but I can use it again. It's fantastic. So Airalo not only can give you immediate phone access while you're here, but if you use a free phone number like Text Me, then it makes it usable again. I don't know if there's some sort of a special VPN they have built into that. And I'll even try to show you the difference of when I'm, for example, using Text Me on my local Wi-Fi here, and it just does not work. And then I'll show you an example of how when I'm on Airalo, it just lets me use my Text Me as normal. So you see my screen right here with all my apps. Down in the bottom left hand corner is my Text Me app. Right now I'm going to write in and send him a message. TESTING, testing, SIX, not sent, try again. Now I'm going to show you how, where I can't access this now in the Philippines, which is very annoying. I'll go on to eSIM, so I'll switch out of this here, and I'll switch out of this here, go to my settings, I'll go to the Wi-Fi, turn off the Wi-Fi in the top right corner. Okay, so I have no Wi-Fi on now. I'll click on cellular, and it says Virgin Mobile and then Singtel, because I have two eSIMs activated with the Airalo. One I was testing with a 1 gig, and then I was testing another with a 5 gig. So I actually have two Airalo active right now. So I just have that one selected. Make sure at the top right hand corner under cellular data options you have roaming on, of course. And now, as simple as that, just selecting the Singtel with the Wi-Fi off. At the top right hand corner of my iPad you'll see 4G, and that's now on the 4G cell tower. So if I go anywhere in the Philippines, I have that, and it's really quite fast. I'm getting upwards to speeds of 60 to 80 megabits per second on the 4G, which is really fantastic, because it's, you know, the cell towers are covered quite well. Of course, I'm in the Davao area. I should mention that, because depending on where you are, of course, your cell phone coverage can, you know, go up and down depending on how far you are from the towers. But if you're anywhere reasonably close to a tower, it works like any other phone. And I'm in Davao City, so the cell signal is fantastic. So I have my eSIM selected there now, and I'll go back to my apps, selecting Text Me again now. Let me see. Okay, there you go. TESTING. I'll say testing 7, SEVEN. So my new message is going to be testing 7, sending to my son. Hit send button, and it says sending, and now it says sent. And you see there's no error. Testing 7 is sent. Underneath it says sent. There's no red error. There's not any message telling me to send again, just simply because I switched over to the eSIM of Airalo. And it's fantastic. It allows me to use my Text Me free number on Airalo in the Philippines locally and have instant data access and instant phone number. So these are very important things. First, a free phone number, which I'd suggest text me, but you might find another one. And then, of course, the service, which is not free, Airalo. So you will pay a little more to have your cell phone coverage, but you will have it. This is kind of a demonstration. It is Airalo. It's instant connectivity for travelers. And while I'm talking about using it for a Philippines area, a local area, to have a number here in the Philippines, your own number basically in the Philippines, or data in the Philippines, that's what I'm specifically talking about today. It can be used pretty much anywhere in the world, pretty much. If you want to pause and look at some of this as well, it says by 2024 there's going to be like 2.2 billion eSIM compatible devices in the market. This is the coverage I was mentioning, coverage in over 200 plus countries and regions globally. Again, I'm just showing you some of the screens because you can pause some of these screens, or I can try to post this document somewhere if you're more interested in going through it yourself. But it just gives you some steps of how to access this. You download the app, which I'd recommend too, which I have on my devices. Then you choose your destination package. In my case, my destination is here in the Philippines, and I did the localized package as opposed to a regionalized package. And then you just install your eSIM, which basically going through the install process is using, like, when you go into your settings and the cellular area, there's an option to like add SIM or something like that. I can show you that in another video if you're really interested in more of the technicality. But you just add a SIM, then it says scan, and then you have this code that they send you, and you scan that code from another device. So then you just activate your eSIM by doing it like that, scanning your QR code. Very simple, takes literally just seconds to do. You don't understand if you're not here. You really need to have phone coverage if you're out around. It's frustrating if you just can't pick up your phone and just use your phone as normal. It's very frustrating. My beautiful Filipinas phone, we have to share data, and it's not always convenient. She has the phone and then I have to share her phone usage. Oh, it's just, you want your phone working. So back to Airalo. Use my code. I'll put the thing below. Even if you don't use my code, it's going to work perfect for you, okay? Please use my code, because I looked up after. I said, I'm going to talk about this Airalo because it's so important. And I said, you know what? If I'm going to talk about it, I should at least let everyone know my code, because you'll get $3, and I think it'll give me $3 too. I'm not sure, but in any case, this is very important. So I'll try to show you some of the documentation for Airalo and how it works and so on with the eSIM, and then how you activate it online and activate it on your device. And once you have it, it's going to make life so much better. It really will. You'll have phone coverage wherever you go, local phone coverage. Now, I'm talking about the Philippines, but if you're going to travel to another country, perhaps a nearby country, or even another country in the world that's not so nearby, Airalo will still give you the cell phone coverage. If you're more of a world traveler and you want to have an eSIM working wherever you are, of course you're going to pay a little more money, as for the global, as opposed to the regional or the local. Local is the cheapest, and that's what I have because I'm specifically in the Philippines. So I click on the Philippines, and now these are my packages I can select and I can top up from in the Philippines. You see, I have the 1 gig choice for 7 days, 3 gig choice for 30 days, 5 gig choice for 30 days, and 10 gig choice for 30 days, 20 gig choice for 30 days. And you can see the amounts here as well. Like, it's very clear. For example, I have the 5 gig right now on my device. It's for 30 days, and it says US $13 I can buy now. So for $13, I have 5 gigs to use, which to me, it's enough. I'm just out and about around the town, and I want to check my emails, I want to maybe check out a YouTube video now and again while I'm out, or so on, maybe check a news headline or something. and 13 US dollars a month is fantastic. I didn't even use it all up for this past month, and so on. So definitely have to, in my opinion, when needing or wanting, desiring cell phone coverage as a foreigner in the Philippines or any other country for that matter. So it's fantastic. But even better yet, you can set it up now while you're in your home country for whatever country you're going to, or even a region that you're going to, if you don't want to just have it set to one local company. I mean, one local, area like the Philippines, for example. Maybe you want it set to Asia, so you can do that. But most countries are covered, I think, with this. It's fantastic. Now, what I was saying is set it up in your home country first. That's what I did. I set it up in my home country first, paid for it, everything. I think I set 5 gigabits of data usage because I didn't know how much I would use or whatnot, but you have varying amounts. And I think I only paid, what was it, 13 US dollars or something like that? It wasn't a great amount of money. Anyway, something like that. And then, even though I had it paid in Canada before I left, it wasn't accessible to use because I had it set for the Philippines. And then when I got here, the moment I got here, it recognized the Philippine towers. I think it used the Globe towers, if memory serves me correct. And immediately I have internet access on my phone. Immediately, I don't have to look for a Wi-Fi. I don't have to worry about trying to get that registered SIM in the Philippines because it just works. Now, I think you do pay a little more, but like I said, I think I paid $13-ish for 5 gigs, and they have different amounts. You can get like a 1 gig, 10 gig, 20 gig, and so on. And I think if you're going to Japan, it's a really good deal because I think the Japan deal is like an unlimited or something. Anyway, it's really cool. So it's worth checking out, and it will really help you if you want to have phone signal anywhere you go, and data information, for your phone, data, just being able to access the internet. And then of course get a free phone like Text Me or something like that, and you will always have a number while you're here because you have the free number, and you can use the data to use the free number. So it works out really great. I would appreciate if you'd use my code. Even if you don't use my code, get this because it will really save you a headache. It really will. So I hope this video helps you. Let me know in the comments how you handled your phone situation, but this has been a real blessing for me. So here I'm showing you the app on my phone, AirAllo. I'm just clicking on the app AirAllo just to show you basically how it works on my device. And a list of countries right here where you can use it. It says popular countries, and I have chosen the Philippines, of course. So you can also search for a country right here at the top if you like, or you can just scroll through where you're headed, where you're headed to pick for that area. And you can see it can choose with the countries of a local eSIM, which is selected. You can choose regional eSIM. So if you're going to Africa, Asia, let's say you're coming to Asia, for example, I'll click on Asia. You see, you can get an eSIM for the Asia countries. And I think there are several. They're listed, of course, if you know what Asia is. Of course you do. And these are some of the packages right here. You can get your 1 gig, 3 gig, 5 gig, 10 gig, 50 gig, 100 gig, and so on. So that's just the Asia. And then you have like a global eSIM, like if you're more of a world traveler and you want to have an eSIM working wherever you are. Of course, you're going to pay a little more money for the global as opposed to the regional or the local. Local is the cheapest, and that's what I have because I'm specifically in the Philippines. So I click on the Philippines, and now these are my packages I can select and I can top up from in the Philippines. You see, I have the 1 gig choice for 7 days, 3 gig choice for 30 days, 5 gig choice for 30 days, and 10 gig choice for 30 days, 20 gig choice for 30 days. And you can see the amounts here as well. Like definitely have to, in my opinion, when needing or wanting, desiring cell phone coverage as a foreigner in the Philippines or any other country for that matter. So I hope this video has helped you out. And just to throw in a little extra bonus information, if, for example, you can't get the Text Me app wherever you are, I did mention that there are several free apps, different apps you can get that will do similar type things. So I just typed in free phone in the Apple store, and I'm sure you could do the same on the Play Store and Android, and you see so many things come up. Of course, the Text Me comes up right away, which is what I'm using, but then there's Text Now, there's Talkatone. I've used that one actually, it's pretty good as well. I don't know about some of these others. There's one there called the Burner private phone line. I don't know, but then there's the text-free second phone number plan. It's worth just typing in free phone and you'll get these type of options to check out. So if you can't get the Text Me, certainly you can try some of these other options and see what works for you. So if any of this information has helped you in some way, which I hope it has, because I think it's very important. Believe me, when you get here, you'll know it's very important. And you'll have your phone right from the beginning to, well, you just keep it and keep using it, especially with a free phone combination. And if this information has helped you, please subscribe and do the thumbs up thing, and keep watching our videos. And with this particular video, if you could use our code, if you do use AirAllo, I would appreciate that too.